Time to Wake Up poster to call attention to the climate crisis. Over the 10 plus years that I have been doing these speeches, I've shown how climate change affects our ecosystems, industries, economy, public health, kids, workers, our elderly. I've even conducted a science experiment right here on the Senate floor, to the dismay of the Senate staff. One near constant in these speeches has been the oily, often covert hand of the fossil fuel industry lurking behind the opposition to climate action through its campaign of climate denial, delay, and obstruction. From the late 1980s, when Congress first became aware of climate change, through the period after 2010 Citizens United decision, when special interests could anonymously pour unlimited money into elections, the fossil fuel industry has blocked every serious climate bill in Congress until the Inflation Reduction Act. Key to this obstruction was the strategic insight that they only needed to capture one political party to strangle legislative action. So the fossil fuel industry captured the Republican Party and has prevented climate action for over 3 decades, except when we were able to use the extraordinary process of reconciliation. That was just last year. Democrats had control of the House and Senate and passed the Inflation Reduction Act via budget reconciliation. Congress finally acted on climate. There's lots more that Congress still needs to do on climate, but the IRA was a big, meaningful bill that powered up tax incentives for clean energy and put a price on oil and gas methane emissions. In the 10 plus years I've been documenting the fossil fuel industry's hold over the Republican Party, I've provided lots of concrete examples, from election spending to phony front groups by the flotilla to polluter lackeys installed at the Trump EPA. But nothing tops the debt limit proposal Speaker McCarthy released last week, the Default on America Act, which the House just passed. MAGA House Republicans like to claim to care about debt and deficits, except, of course, in 2017, when they passed massive tax cuts for the wealthy and large corporations that added trillions to the debt.
Good morning, friends. I have breaking news for all Americans that receive monthly benefits. You can expect to see a drastic change to your monthly checks. The Federal Reserve is about to take action to end rate hikes. Inflation is set to plunge. But friends, this could mean a much smaller cost of living adjustment for millions of retirees and seniors. To learn how much this could change your monthly benefit amount, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, in a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning these giveaways. As inflation has reached highs over the past year, millions of retirees are spending more. And as a result, their Social Security benefits are increasing. According to the Social Security Administration, the cost of living adjustment is 8.7% in 2023. And as a result, the increase is the biggest benefit hike since 1981. But sadly, that will change next year. Those receiving Social Security benefits this year will likely have to temper their expectations going forward. And that's because next year's COLA will likely be much lower. The cost of living adjustment, that is 8.7% this year, will likely decrease in 2024. The Senior Citizens League has said that next year's cost of living increase could be below 3%. For March, the unadjusted annual rate of inflation was 5%, and that likely is indicating that administration officials expect to see a significant drop in the inflation rate throughout the rest of this year. But if inflation does not fall and the increase stays at 3% or lower, seniors and other benefit recipients may be caught short once again. In this situation with inflation, the main issue is that the cost of living adjustment is based on what happened with the inflation rate for just part of the year before. And in the meantime, individuals depending on Social Security benefits live with the reality of inflation happening right now. So when it comes time to do that inflation math, the Social Security benefit is adjusted in the third quarter of the year. And that's before officials have even seen the results for the last 3 months of the year. And on top of that, the adjustment is made on different figures than the ones used in the official inflation rate, which is the change between the third quarters of the similar Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. Sometimes, though, the difference works out in favor of Social Security recipients. Among Social Security recipients, seniors can be hurt twice when cost of living allowances are way too small. While the headline grabbing the inflation rate is calculated one way, and the Social Security adjustment uses another set of figures, seniors have their own separate inflation statistics. And that's called the Consumer Price Index for Americans 62 years of age. It's otherwise called RCPI-E, which is designed to look at changes in the purchases made by older Americans. The SSA will continue to send out monthly checks, and in just 4 more days, Supplemental Security Income beneficiaries will receive their May payment worth $914 for individual filers. The Federal Reserve is gearing up for its last interest rate hike at its upcoming meeting, with wage inflation set to weaken. Many expect the Fed to raise rates by 25 basis points next week. According to Yahoo News, Americans who make more than $200,000 per year have filed for unemployment benefits at a record pace in recent weeks. That could ultimately give employers more leverage over employees and may lead to slower wage growth. About 114,000 unemployment claims were filed by Americans earning over $200,000 a year. This is the highest level since the crisis, and the trend shows that this is accelerating higher. The surge in unemployment claims for high-income earners comes after a slew of layoffs at mega-cap tech companies in recent months, including Meta and Amazon, among many others. Supporting the Fed's potential decision to pause interest rate hikes after the May meeting is a turmoil seen in regional banks, which has led to tightening lending standards across the banking industry. All of this should help ease the Fed's number one concern, and that's inflation, which has already made significant progress in decelerating from last year's peak. Well, my magnificent and marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this morning. Thank you, dearest friends, for joining me here and being here every single day. To say thank you for being part of this community, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway in a video later today. My friends, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Friday.